Hello everybody, my name is Jody, and in this video I'm going to do this secret design which is simply just stamping. I'm using Dolores de Carol's Secret Falls, a deep red jelly with purple, pink, orange shifting magnetic effect. I went ahead and painted my nails off camera using the DRK Magic Effect top coat, and these are the steps I did. I just painted my nails as normal. I then cleaned up any nail polish I got on my skin. I did not apply a top coat at this point. I placed my nails under a dryer to get them almost dry. They were nearly dry. And then, doing one nail at a time, I applied a drop of DRK Magic Effect top coat and used the brush applicator to spread it over the nail. And then I magnetized that nail for 1 minute. I then allowed my nail to dry for about a couple minutes in the dryer. I applied the top coat to one nail at a time and magnetized for 1 minute. And this is what it looks like. Let's go look at it in different lighting before we get started with the nail art. Well, hello again. I'm using this CAT's 0 to 7 plate. This has some really good simple designs that will allow my polish to come through and that magnetic effect. I like that image and this image. And I'm just kind of planning out which images I want to use because I want a bold look, but not so bold that it obscures the polish. I applied liquid latex to my nails and let that dry just to see if this makes cleanup a little bit easier. And so I'm just going to go in. This is regular speed just to show you how long it takes me to stamp an image. And I'm just using a black stamping polish. And this image picked up really well. I'm going to place this one on my thumb. And I wiggled the stamper back and forth just to make sure I get sidewall to sidewall, especially on my curved thumb. Ooh, that is pretty. I wondered if the Hit the Bottle and Elvira, which is a red stamping polish it's a black to red multi-chrome stamping polish. I wonder if this one have a more subtle effect, but it's still visible. So I'm going to try this image on my pinky because if it's not successful, it's just the pinky. So I'm going to do this and we'll see if this one looks better. The Hit the Bottle stamping polish blended in a little bit too much with the polish base, so I am going to go back to the black stamping polish. I think it gives a better contrast, but of course it does, it's black. And let's do the rest of the nails. I like to use as many images as I can on a plate and kind of go around the plate. It saves time instead of using the same image over and over again, but you can do that. I just like to speed up the process a bit. So here is just another angle showing me using my stamping and how I do it, just so you can see how I have everything set up on my desk. I'm using Glisten and Glow's latex barrier and it removes pretty good. I use just some Scotch tape to remove as much of that black stamping polish as possible. And I really, really go around my nails and remove as much as possible. Now, I don't know why I do this, but when I'm ready to stamp the other hand, I don't put down the latex barrier, and I should, because when I go to clean up, I'm like, man, this is a lot of black to take off with this Scotch tape. But sometimes I think, oh, it's going to come off easy this time. But sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And today, it kind of didn't. So I'm just going to now take some acetone. I get as much of the acetone off my brush as possible. And I'm just going to perfect the edges of my nail. Yeah, stamping polish is messy. I have tweezers because sometimes that liquid latex gets in the little creases of my nail walls. I love using these little micro cotton swabs to kind of clean under the nail fold. If I get any black that flooded into the nail area, this does a really good job of soaking it up, and especially if I'm going somewhere and I want my nails to look nice. Sometimes I just tap the brush onto the paper towel or the back of my hand, just get some of that excess acetone off, just so it doesn't flood the side walls. It mixes with that black stamping polish and can stain into the cuticle area. And this is the finished nail stamping. I think this is really pretty. I like how the design is very subtle, but I can still see the magnetic effect come through. Now at this point, I did not apply a top coat because I didn't think I needed it, because I have a top coat under the stamping. And I think having the stamping a different, not as glossy as the base, as the polish underneath it, kind of helps with the effect of the stamp on top. I don't know if that makes sense. It's just a little bit more matte, more satiny. So it kind of is a contrast to the glossy polish underneath. Yes, I really did love the dot lines here. That was my favorite image. So what do you think? I think stamping, just simple stamping, can be so elegant and pretty, and combined with magnetic polish, this bold design on top is just elegant and effortless, really. It's not hard. Also, let me know if you'd like to see a video of me using the DRK Magic Effect top coat and how I paint my nails this time using this method. I think this method was great. It saved me time. I didn't feel rushed, and yeah, I think I might do a video. So let me know if you want me to. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, especially if you watch to the end. I have awesome subscribers, so come be one and be part of my little family here on YouTube. Hope you have a great day. Bye.